one of these days I'm going to get it done right. One of these days, I promise. With enough rehearsal, I mean, we're only up to Curmudgeon's Corner 37. One of these days, I'm going to get the timing down right. I'm going to get the countdown right. And then my big fat head won't be in the picture when I go to launch the Phoenix intro. Anyway, welcome to Curmudgeon's Corner 37. This is very, very exciting for me. I love what we're going to do tonight. I have a very special guest backstage waiting to come out. I wanted to say happy Saturday night. It's September, October, November. No, it's October 12th, 2024. We are approaching the season of the Rise from the Ashes, Pay It Forward campaign. And it is a very exciting time for us. A couple of notes that I want to say before I bring my guest up. Eileen will not be able to join us tonight, unfortunately. And I know most of you have tuned in to see her. I get it. I tune in to see her. She's having a moment of suck right now. She's got a flat tire. And she's got some stuff that she's dealing with, and it's preventing her from being able to be here. And a side note, she did win, from what I understand, she did win the Ivan's YouTube thingamabobber. You guys all voted for her, and she won. And so she was going to be a little late tonight, and she's going to be a little bit late for all of the other curmudgeons that are coming up for like the next 2 or 3 months. We might be pushing Curmudgeon's Corner back a half an hour so that she can be a part of the entire show, the whole show, and nothing but the show. But that's to be determined depending on how things are going for her. But again, our rising star, Eileen, nothing can hold her down. She is she is a rock star in the industry, and she's taken it by storm. Anybody and everybody who's watched her videos, who's seen her Instagram stuff, she's getting awards for the city that she lives in. She's being recognized by her peers through the YouTube thing. I couldn't be prouder of her, and I couldn't be happier for her. So big hats off to Eileen tonight. Sorry that she couldn't make it. I honestly believe that she is the better half of this show for sure. So enough of that nonsense out of the way. I've been going through some things, emotionally, mentally, and I can't express enough to the audience just how beautiful and wonderful it is to be a part of this community. And I know that we say it every time we do the show, but this community is just absolutely phenomenal. People reach out to me on a daily basis. They DM me, they text me, they email me, they call me, whether they're going through something or if they think that I'm going through something. This is a beautiful family that we're building, that we're a part of. And I mean, I am so grateful to everybody that comes out and watches the show and participates and interacts and talks. And again, one of the other reasons why I really like Eileen being here is that I can focus more on the conversations, the chats. I can star questions and things of that nature. Again, I'm flying solo tonight. So if I miss your question, just keep posting it. You're not being annoying or any of the other stuff. I need some help here tonight because I am getting used to leaning on Eileen to carry most of the heavy load. So anyway, one of the things I've been doing lately to kind of help my spirits, we as most of you guys already know, we've gotten some really we've gotten some tough news on my dog. Anyway, and it's been tough. And I have a subscription to Pandora, and the reason why I have Pandora over Spotify is because Pandora gives me a really awesome veterans discount. So it cost me barely nothing. I spend more at McDonald's than I do on Pandora. And that being said, one of the cool features that I have with the subscription service to Pandora is that I can build channels. And one of the channels that I've been, building via, you can add variety, you can add songs, you can add artists, you can do whatever. And then the AI feature kind of builds the channel around that. And the station that I built, and if you guys DM me or email me or text me later, I'll be more than happy to share my station that I've built with you. But it's called My Silver Lining Station. And it's based around a bunch of just really positive music and songs that have a great message and just kind of keep me centered when, the darkness comes. There's a silver lining. And I heard a song today while I was at the warehouse, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I can't play it because of licensing and trademarking and all that other nonsense, but it's one particular artist that I really, really enjoy a lot. Is Sia. Now, I was always under the impression that her name was Saya, but when I looked up how to pronounce her name, it actually is Sia. And she has a lot of fantastic songs, from Bulletproof, Chandeliers. Like, she's got a lot of great songs. But this particular song was the first time I've ever heard it today. And this name of the song is called Courage to Change. And it says, "World, I want to leave you I want to leave you better. I want my life to matter. I am afraid I have no purpose here. I watch the news on TV, abandon myself daily. I'm afraid to let you see the real me. Rain falls, pouring on me. And rain falls, sowing the seeds of love and hope. Love and hope. We don't have to stay here stuck in the weeds. Have I the courage to change? Have I the courage to change? Have I the courage to change today? Have I the courage to change? Have I the courage to change? Have I the courage to change today?" You are not alone in this. You are not alone, I promise. Standing together, we can do anything. You are not alone in this. You are not alone, I promise. Standing together, we can do anything. World, you are not alone in this. You are not alone, I promise. Standing together, we can do anything. I want to leave you a better. I want my life to matter. I'm afraid I have no purpose here. The rain falls, pouring on me. The rain falls, sowing the seeds of love and hope. Love and hope. You don't have to stay here stuck in the weeds. And then it goes into the chorus again. Have I the courage to change? You are not alone in this. You are not alone, I promise. And then it just kind of repeats itself. The point of the story is, this song reminded me of the Curmudgeon's Corner and who we are as a community. I have a beautiful, beautiful friend in Eileen. The Phoenix family, it doesn't matter what your race is, what your creed is, what it doesn't matter where like the 6 protected classes: age, race, sex, orientation, all that nonsense that you learn in the corporate world. None of that matters here inside the Phoenix family. Kim, I'm really sorry that you're going through that, and I hope that you know that there is a support group here. There's a love here. We talked about this a couple of curmudgeons ago, and it was like, be curious, not judgmental. And I have been really trying to apply that to my life. And one of the other things, the other catchphrase or motto is, you have no idea what demon somebody is fighting, so go easy on them. Maybe they're having a bad day and they're taking it out on you, but it's not because of you, it's because of what they're facing. So I'm trying to not be reactive, and I'm trying to be a little bit more understanding of where people are coming from. And that's what I love about this Curmudgeon's Corner. That's what I love about this Phoenix family. That being said, it kind of brings us into who our guest is tonight. she is part of the Phoenix family. People wanted to know why she was coming on tonight, and the answer is because she's part of the Phoenix family, and that's something we're going to circle back around to towards the end of the show. As far as guests on the show, as far as I mean, let's just face it. Like, a lot's riding on Lisa's shoulders, right? Because if it goes horribly wrong, we're not opening this up to the public. So I'm just saying, if it goes horribly wrong, let's blame her and not your host. And then, see what happens. Anyway, without further ado, I want to bring on Lisa. She's an absolutely wonderful person. I love her flavor. I think that she brings, if you're going to throw a party, she's bringing the life to that party. And without further ado, let's welcome Lisa to the Curmudgeon's Corner, the Phoenix family. How are you
doing? I'm doing
all
good.
Right. How are you?
You got me a little emotional with your intro here. Sorry about your dog. As I was looking at the date, 2 years and 2 months to this day, we had lost our girl. So
I know. I saw when I was cyber stalking you, I came across that, and I was going to segue.
Yeah.
My father has always had dogs, and so therefore we've always had that around us. But I don't remember ever. This is the first dog that I've ever owned that was my pal.
Right. Yep.
And they're telling me that he's got 3 weeks to 3 months left.
Oh,
and it's really hard. So
it is. And we have another dog, and after Kahlua passed, we found out he has cancer. So we had surgery. Removed it. We decided not to do chemo or radiation because he has IBD. So we didn't want that to, mess with him. But he's living his best life right now. I mean, he did grow back, but we got him and take it day by day.
Yeah, the vet was giving us all kinds of different options and things of that nature, and it was basically like, you're just kind of extending his life to, not like, 10 months. And I just looked at her and I was like, am I extending 10 months for him, or am I extending 10 months for me?
Right.
Because, if we're going to reconstruct his mouth and we're going to do all of this stuff, what's his quality of life going to be? I'm not going to put him through that if it's, you know what I mean? Like, that's the most selfish thing that I think that I could possibly do, is put him through all that so I could have him for a few more months. So
yep, absolutely. Yeah, when my wife knew, like the night before, she knew. She goes, it's time. She knew. It was a rough night, and I thought maybe like they could do something, but we knew when we got to the vet. They knew, they knew her history and what was going on, and she had a relapse. So like, it was time.
Right.
It was time. So, but you never get over it.
Yeah. I was one of my best friends. He just lost his cat, and he's like, it comes in waves. Like, it doesn't go away, but you're fine, and then all of a sudden, it'll hit you, and then you're crushed, and then you're fine, and then he's like, it's this. Anyway, let's talk about you, shall we?
All right, let's go.
All right, so everybody, this is Lisa. Lisa, we had a wonderful conversation about the Quiff Queen Rock Star. We can circle this. Maybe I should have introduced you as Johnny Bravo, because apparently that is what a quiff is. I had to look it up. I was like, what is a quiff? Because
it's not queef. I know everybody looks at it and say, hey, queef. No, it's not queef.
Right. Exactly. I was like, no, that can't be right. There's no way that someone would be self-proclaimed.
No. Yes.
So I had to look it up, and I was like, oh, very popular hairstyle in the 50s. That makes way more sense.
Yes, I'm not owning that other thing. So no, so my Instagram used to be it was Leela2267. That's what it was. And then I think a year ago I changed it. So I used to be on Facebook, got rid of Facebook like in 2020. But I cut my hair short in 2019. So when I joined, there were some pomade groups. So I got addicted to pomades and stuff. And there was this one guy in there who nicknamed me Quiff Queen. So I ran with it and took it. So that's where it all came from.
All right. And where does the rock star come from?
Because when I got the haircut, like kind of my attitude changed, like because I'm shy, I am, and but like family members would be like, wow, you're just a rock star now, like I guess. And there's a guy at work, he said, yeah, he goes, since you got your haircut, you have a swagger about you. So
well, how can you not? How can
right?
you not? I mean,
exactly. If your hair's standing up like this, I guess you got to have some kind of swagger, right?
But you embrace it. You embrace it. You kind of lean into it. You know what I mean? Like that's honestly, that's how if you own it, people can't have, you can't throw darts. You know what I mean? So
yeah, absolutely. Yep. So I've kind of owned it, but like I said, I'm upset too that Eileen's not here. I follow her and I think she's amazing, and she's a rock star. And I was really excited to kind of like talk with her, but
well, I mean,
some other time.
To be honest, I'm a little disappointed too. And it's only because she really does all the heavy lifting. You know what I mean? Like especially towards the end of the show, she keeps things on the rails, and she's like, focus. Camera's over here, buddy. Camera's over here. And sorry, shiny lights. All right. So let's set the stage. You're from Jersey.
Yep, born and raised.
Born and raised in Jersey. I'm sorry. Congratulations. What?
Yeah, but I did for 20 years after I graduated high school. Oh, that's another thing, my age. Should I say when I graduated high school, you'll figure out how old I am.
Well, I'll just say I'm a Gen Xer, and I love it.
I graduated in 1985. So, yes. I'm 57.
It's all right. I'm 50. So what? You're still Gen X.
Yeah. I'll be 58 in February. So.
Early happy birthday.
But yeah, so I did. My mom transferred up there. She used to work for Eastman Kodak, and that Rochester, New York, is the home of Eastman Kodak. So I went up there after high school because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I stayed up there for 20 years. I stayed up there, and then I moved back.
All right. So by that definition, did you figure out what you wanted to do?
Not really, I guess.
Not really.
I kind of fell into it.
So what do you do?
Yeah. Well,
if you don't mind me asking.
I was going to employment agency, and I was working for electrical contractor, so I got into just like, accounting in that field. Then I worked for a mechanical contractor. Then I moved back here in 2005, went with an agency, and the company I'm with now, it's 19 years. So
wow, congratulations.
Another contractor too, construction, and they're huge. They're all over. Turner Construction.
All right, well, I'm going to come knocking if Phoenix doesn't work out.
Yeah, yeah. So it just kind of fell that way, and so there, and that's what I am. That's what I do.
And you enjoy it?
Yeah, I do actually.
So our connection, you and our connection, basically, I feel formed through Hydra, which.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't want to interrupt you, but Papa Smurf. Like Eric, it was his YouTube video, and I was like, dude, and I was like, oh, he's cool, and I go, well, I gotta get that because you were my first rinseless, and
I think I mean Papa Smurf might have a sexier beard, but I think I don't know. I'm kind of going for the whole Sparta 300 kind of look. You know what I mean? Sagely advised. By the way, speaking of beards, I don't know if you saw the reel that I launched with Christian and Dimitri from downtown Philly two nights ago, right? Today is.
Yeah, you were there.
Yeah, Thursday night. Thursday night we were there. Yeah, Gandalf is rocking that beard. Something fierce. Woo! Good old Christian. Man, that guy. I tell you what. I mean, if anybody looks like an evil wizard, it's him. I love it.
Yeah, that was nice too. Yeah, I do. I tell you, I enjoy beards. I do. I admire that. That's one of my things on guys. I do like beards.
Oh really?
But I am married to a woman, so I'm sorry.
I know. Yeah, Eileen was like, anyway. So then I guess the transition would be. So what got you into cars? I mean, obviously, if you're allured to like Papa Smurf's channel and you're allured to the Hydra rinseless, what got you into cars?
I guess I've always liked them. I had a 2014 Mazda 3. I always wanted a Mazda, so that's when they first restyled them. And then I did a whole bunch to it. Like I had it lowered, you know, had my second set of wheels and tires this summer, you know, did all that. So I ended up having it wrapped. And I just always I like having a clean car.
Okay.
You know, and then, yeah, so it started. Then in 2021, I got a Mazda CX-30. And then that's where I found Ethos. I heard about Ethos and I bought their products. Yeah. And then just like starting to watch all the, you know, detailers on YouTube. And yeah, it's just a hobby for me.
Okay. Do you do any like, do you do details for like friends and family?
No, just me. That's it.
Just you.
I'm slow. I tell you, when I do my car, it is seriously, ask my wife. I'm out there like, I need to go faster, but I think I'm slow in everything I do.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm extremely slow as well, especially when it comes to detailing my car. If I ever go to detail my car, you know, I'm just like, I have to get so motivated to do it. And it was funny. I just did we're working on the Impala restoration series for our YouTube channel, and I remember, you know, Ryan, who the guy that I'm filming, when he talks about how horrible his vehicle is. And it's just like, I don't want to do something that I get, well, first of all, that I get paid for. I don't want to do it for free. And I feel like I'm doing it to myself for free and I don't want to do it. And then I was like, well, you know, it's the same way about mechanics. It seems like mechanics are the same way. Like they fix cars all day and yet they drive around in like the biggest humps of heaps of all time. So, I started doing a rinseless 2 hours later. Yeah, exactly.
That's right. 2 hours later, right? That's true.
I think this person has the same last name as you. I could be wrong.
Yeah. Yes,
I could be wrong.
I wonder who that is. Yeah.
I wonder who that is.
Yeah, I took her name because she said she would never give up her name. So I did change I took her name, which I love.
Well, I mean, with a last name like that, why would you?
Right?
I mean,
I know.
Right?
It's like it's amazing, right?
When I was in the Army, whenever we'd get mail, the sergeants would read it and then they, you know, like who the envelope was for, and then they would just chuck it, and they would absolutely butcher the last names if they could figure out a way, you know, like they called me Bucket or briquettes, like the charcoal, you know what I mean? At one point it became, hey, charcoal, and then they would throw it, and it's just like, oh man, come on. So I'm glad that the other day you corrected me on how the correct pronunciation on how to pronounce that last name, because I would never have gotten that if you hadn't have used phonics.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's the American way. And I can't speak Dutch. My wife can, so like I can't pronounce it. But yeah, that's the Americanized way to say it. So.
If you have the time, Kimberly, if you have the time. Otherwise, it's just a tool to get me to the stupid warehouse.
I still haven't even tried the Hydra 3.0 yet. I have it. I bought it. Haven't even tried it yet.
It's fun.
I know.
It's fun. We've been, especially with Old Man Winter knocking, we've been testing it. I drove down to Ocean City a couple of weeks ago. I drove down to Ocean City and I got 4 gallons of the Atlantic Ocean and brought it back with me. And then I put it into a pump sprayer and I sprayed it all over a panel, a door panel. So it had glass and it had, painted panel. And we sprayed it on there and left it out in the sun to bake, and it turned all white and crusty. And then I did it again and white and crusty, and did it again, white and crusty, did it 4 times. And then I took Hydra at 3-to-1, 1 ounce to 3 gallons of water. Now, I know the label says 1-to-1. It's an old label from V1. I just couldn't stomach throwing out, 5,000 labels. So the website says 3-to-1. It's supposed to be 3-to-1. Just, I was counting on the American people to not know how to read. And they would just trust that it's 3-to-1. Anyway, point of the story, at 3-to-1 on this panel, and it, without scrubbing or agitation, it melted the salt off of this panel completely. Off of the glass, off of the rubber, off of the plastic, off of the metal, gone. Without any agitation. So I'm really excited for this winter, so that I can get Pennsylvania salt, toll road salt all over my car and see what it can do.
Lovely. Yeah, that's my favorite.
It's my fault, Becca. It's my fault. Looking good, Rockstar. Judith, we got a lot of new people in the room, and I'm loving that.
I'll do a shout out. Desert Rose Diva's on here. She's out in Arizona. That's our best friend.
Okay.
She's on here, and of course my wife's on here, and Judith. Hi, Judy. That is Nice's aunt, so that's my aunt.
Well, that's fantastic. Thank you so much for coming out and watching. I mean, there's a places, a million places.
I don't want anybody to join because I'm going to be all nervous. I don't want anybody on here.
Oh, come on now.
But the word got out.
You're a rock star. You have to own it. I'm sorry.
That's right.
All right. You're in front of millions of adoring fans, and they're all chanting your name.
Oh,
Quiff Queen, Quiff Queen.
Dude, everybody's on here now.
Right?
Family. Woo! All right, let's go.
All right. So you don't really detail, so we can pretty much skip all of Eileen's questions. Ha ha ha. Good thing she's not here because she would be sidelined. I learned from cyber stalking you. I learned a new word. And I'm going to use it. It fits very nicely with what we were just talking about you being nervous and all these people adoring you. And you are ambitious. I believe the term you used was ambitious.
Hey, I like doing those reels. I have fun with them.
I'm just saying. I was like, wow, that's a good word. That's a good word. It kind of sums up everything.
And that wasn't me, though, that was somebody who did that. So I just, I had to do it. So, yes.
You're very, hey, by the way, what is your, let me see if I can do this real fast. What is your IG, handle? So that people can follow you.
Quiff Queen Rock Star.
Quiff.
Exactly that, all one word.
Queen Rock.
Yep, that's me.
Star. All right, let's see if I can add that banner.
You're just going to see a lot of pictures of my hair.
All right.
Pretty much.
Seriously, but she's definitely worth a follow. If you haven't followed her, if you're not following her, you need to. She basically lip syncs to all kinds of really, really, really funny stuff. And that
Jason Banks comedy, that's my favorite. He's amazing. So I like doing his.
You're hysterical, and you do it very, very well. So make sure Shine Your Light's following you. Everybody follow her. She's amazing. She's a lot of fun.
Follow me, I follow you back.
All right. And so, like I said, we can skip all of Eileen's questions because they don't really they're geared more towards somebody who's detailing a lot or somewhat. Like if you were detailing more than just yourself.
Yeah.
Multiples of 2.
Like my wife. Oh no.
Yeah, we don't. Wait, what? Miss what? What did you miss? What did you miss? You didn't miss anything. You missed. All right. So I'm going to go with since I said you bring the flavor.
The flavor.
The new segment that I want to try out on the show is called the Mount Rushmore.
The Mount Rushmore.
And that is, there's 4 presidents on.
Oh gosh.
No. This is not historic. No.
Okay, I was like, all right.
There's 4 presidents on Mount Rushmore. So what basically in the segment Mount Rushmore, like I would say, give me your Mount Rushmore of music, songs.
Oh.
And you would go, all right, my top 4 would be blah, 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 blah. So give me your Mount Rushmore on movies.
Movies.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay. Alien, the Alien franchise. Yeah, I'm kind of weird on that.
It's Christian from BioBombs literally just said that's his favorite. That's his favorite series. That's his favorite. That's his jam.
Yeah. No, I remember like in high school when the first one came out. My dad took me, and I was like, that was it. I was hooked.
All right, Eileen, gotcha.
I would have to say, Scream.
Scream.
Yeah, we're big Halloween fans over here, so our yard's all decorated, so we go all out. That's my wife's deal.
Okay.
We got animatronics in the yard and everything.
I saw again cyber stalking you. I saw.
Yeah. All right, so that's okay. I gotta say I like Halloween too. Halloween, another. Yep, gotta stick that in there.
Okay.
And I need a 4th one. What? Oh yeah, that's right. My wife just screamed. That's true. I do like that. Planet of the Apes.
Well, which one? I mean, it only like it's like it goes back to like 1960 in Charlton Heston.
I like that. I like the old ones too.
The old ones. Okay. All right.
I mean, I like the new ones too, but like I had a Planet of the Apes game. Like when I was young, they had a game. I was into that. So.
Yeah, how to only pick 4. I know, right? It would be like, how do you pick 4 per genre for me? Like, comedies, it would be these 4. I gotta be honest with you, I never got into horror per se. Like, I would say that Constantine is in my wheelhouse, and it's billed as a horror, but I don't think that Constantine is a horror. I don't see it that way, but I guess because there's demons with their faces rotting off and stuff like that, and I guess, but I like those kind of movies. I'm really into I love suspense movies. Like especially like the early 90s. What was it? Primal Fear, was that the one with Richard Gere and Ed Norton?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh wow, that was awesome. I don't know if you ever saw the movie The Game with Michael Douglas and Sean Penn.
Yeah, no, I never saw that.
That's an absolute mind breaker. It's worth, like, if anybody that's out there has not seen The Game with Michael Douglas and Sean Penn, it'll wreck you, as far as that just like that psychological mind screw. And then another really good one is Mr. Brooks with Kevin Costner. Oh my gosh, like, again, I love the psychological, just beat your brain up kind of movies. Then of course, again, I also love anything sci-fi. I love comedies, just silly nonsensical stuff is always fun. But yeah. All right. Planet of the Apes, blah blah blah. All right, your Mount Rushmore of TV shows.
Oh, TV shows.
And you can, I'll allow streaming services as well.
Okay. Well, okay.
So you could say like, you could go like with Ted Lasso. That would be considered a TV series.
Right. Well, I have to do Nip Tuck. Oh. Love Nip Tuck, and it's like I have to watch that again. Sons of Anarchy, for sure. Dexter.
I'm sensing the theme here.
What is that you're sensing?
Anything that just involves people getting sliced up, it's cool. It's nice.
Well, no, and that's funny though, because I'm not like a really, like, I like horror. I like more like exorcism kind of movies, right?
Sure.
Like ghosts, more like scary stuff like that could really like happen, right? I'm not really into the slasher sort because I like if there's blood and stuff, I'll turn away and stuff like that. I'm not into that, but yeah. All right, I need another one.
Right, David, right? David, right? I mean, come on.
I
Honestly,
I never saw Parks and Recreation.
This is my spirit animal is Ron. Ron Swanson is my spirit animal. I kid you not. Yeah, for sure. Oh my goodness. Seriously, if I could mold my life around Ron Swanson, I would.
Yes. And
one more.
I know what I'm saying. What do I have? Grimm. Nice. Actually, I mean, I watched it when I was on, but I just actually bought they had the box set on. We just bought it to watch that again. Oh, Exorcism, yes, of Emily Rose. Papa Smurf. Oh my, yeah, that was good.
And that was a TV series?
No, that was a movie with the Exorcism.
Right.
Woo! Yeah, that was a good one. Oh, gee. Oh, sorry. Oh, yes. Papa's used to telling all my stuff. Jeepers Creepers. I do love Jeepers Creepers.
Wow. You and Papa. Should I invite him onto the show? Huh?
Yeah. Gotta see his beard, man.
I think I could probably do it. I think I could probably do it.
Yeah, Jeepers Creepers. I actually told my wife I need to get an animatronic of Jeepers Creepers. He sometime down the road he's got to be in our yard.
Cool, Papa Smurf.
Yeah, Papa. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
We'll hang him up there. Make a cross and stick up Papa Smurf on there.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can't send this over to him real fast. If he can. Sometimes he's working. Sometimes he likes to text and drive.
Not good. Sometimes I take pictures, wise. I shouldn't do that either.
All right. Okay. TV shows, movies, TV shows, music. What's on your Mount Rushmore of music? See, I knew he was driving. Yep, I told you. I told you he was. Oh, wait, wrong person. There.
For songs or artists or
you could actually break it down to both, but I would go with artists first. Because artists kind of covers like I would say like the Killers. You know what I mean? Like because they have more than one really cool hits that I enjoy.
Yeah.
And there could be even like you could even subcategorize it to all-time favorites versus currently like digging the vibe.
Yeah. I have a whole range. I listen to so much. What? I listen to so much. And it varies. I actually started getting into country recently, But
yep. As a matter of fact, I just heard a song today on said channel that I listen to that I have built. And it's called Horseback by Jenna Paulette. And it's basically just kind of about a woman that can't be tamed or held back. And I enjoyed it. And it's country. It's definitely country.
Absolutely.
Jelly Roll. That's awesome.
Okay. Jelly Roll is awesome. My wife loves
it. To the left, to the left, to the right, to the right.
I gotta say, I like Stick Figure. They're reggae.
Rick, group. That is inappropriate and churlish. Okay? Inappropriate and churlish. Oh!
Hey.
She is.
How's it going?
She made it from her flat tire.
Oh man.
Yeah.
When life lives, it really does it nicely for me.
There was one of my favorite books as a child was Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Days, and it sounded.
I'm having a bunch of those recently.
It's
so
exactly what it sounded like. I just want you to know that some days are like that, even in Australia.
Yeah.
That. By the way, that's the last line of the book. Not that I remember it. Anyway,
Okay.
Hi, good to see you.
Hi, it's good to see you. You guys are frozen because I'm using my cellular service, but I'm imagining what you guys look like, and it's amazing.
You don't really want to see me. You don't want to see this anyway. We just rather see your big smiley face.
What are you guys talking about? I saw like C's holidays. What is it? Holidays? Favorite holidays?
Since you decided to blow us off and we had to skip your entire segment, I decided to go with it's called the Mount Rushmore, and she's just naming basically her top 4 favorite things in any particular genre. So we've already covered movies, TV shows. We're just now hitting music.
Oh, very nice.
What are your top 4 favorite movies, Eileen?
Oh man, movies?
Yeah.
Jeez. Interstellar.
Good choice.
Is one that I recently watched again for like the 4th time, and I forgot I enjoyed it, and I really enjoy that one. Probably Transformers. Something having to do with Marvel. I think any of them are fine. I'd probably choose the one with Scarlett Johansson because
that's like all but the first 2.
She's a great actress. That's the only reason why. And what else? Oh, what's the one with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie?
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah. That one. There you go.
That's pretty good. That's a lot of fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
What about you, Lisa?
Oh yeah, I said what was mine again? Did I say already?
Alien.
Oh yeah, Alien.
Scream. Halloween, and Planet of the Apes.
Oh, Planet of the Apes is a good one. Yeah.
The original. You might not have even heard of the original, but Charlton Heston, get your hands off me, you damn dirty apes. And the Statue of Liberty is.
I've watched that one, Aaron.
All right.
I'm not 5.
All right. Sorry. I didn't know if you went back before Marky Mark. All right. I didn't know.
Oh, well, that's the cutoff. Yeah, that's the cutoff. I'm an 80s baby. I mean, I was born in 83.
Okay. Peppermint.
So I watched it. What else?
We did TV shows, and I got
Adrian knows.
Nip Tuck, Sons of Anarchy, Dexter, and Grimm.
So
okay. What would like if you were to spool up right now? What would it be?
So I'd probably say Schitt's Creek, New Girl.
Excellent show, pretty good show. I think
Ozark.
Ozark got mentioned a couple of times in the audience.
Yeah.
Grey's Anatomy. Oh, Law and Order, SVU. I gave you 5.
All right, that's fair. I would say, like, if you were to go to any one of my streaming services, and it says continue watching, it would be
the AI movie with Scarlett.
Really? Is that what the movie's called? First of all, that's a movie, and it's called Her. So show some respect. Okay.
But you knew it though, right?
The movie's called Her.
You knew it,
and you need to show some respect. Is all I'm saying. Okay?
All right. Anyways, God, what is it? Continue watching. What do you continue watching?
All right. So this is TV now. All right. So I've yet again gone through the complete series of Archer. It's a cartoon, but it's an adult.
Oh, I like it.
I love Archer. It's so much fun. Like Parks and Rec is I'm always watching Parks and Rec. I think I've watched House. I think 9 times through. And then if I'm in a binge mood, I will watch Firefly, aka Serenity, over and over and over and over and over again.
Oh, I don't know that one. Is that like one of your sci-fi things?
Yes, ma'am, it is. Yeah.
Knew it.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Malcolm Reynolds is the greatest captain of all times, and I don't care if it offends William Shatner or not. I don't care.
I think he'll be fine.
I'm sure he will. The Office is also great, but I can catch most of their stuff on like YouTube Shorts.
Yeah. And then you're good.
And now now that you're all caught up, we're up to music. So taking center stage. Boop.
Tell us about it.
I said Stick Figure.
That's a good one.
I like Stick Figure.
They're like a reggae band, right, or something like that.
Yep, reggae band.
Yeah.
Yep. Journey.
Really?
Boston. Yeah, Boston. And then I had to say what you talked about in the beginning. Sia. I love Sia.
Oh, she was good.
Yeah. She sings a lot of really good like stuff that like it could even break you. Breathe. Oh.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the very first song ever played on MTV, which I believe was The Buggles, and it was Video Killed the Radio Star.
Yep.
Right? That's the name of the song. Video Killed the Radio Star, I believe, was written about Journey. Because apparently the lead singer, he had like really, as Brian Spitler would call it, summer teeth. Some are here, some are there. The lead singer of Journey has summer teeth. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty positive that song was written about the lead singer of Journey, which is why Journey didn't survive the 80s.
Really?
Oh, I gotta steal that one from Brian. That's a good one.
Super nerd. Strikes again.
Nerd.
What did you do all day? I stayed home and I read books.
And I talked to my AI girlfriend.
Not in the 80s, I didn't. Thank you very much, but I would have.
I think we were talking about like present day. Sorry.
No,
okay.
No. So mean.
Oh man.
Hurtful. All right, you're up, Eileen. What's your top?
It's 4, you said?
Top 4 bands. Yeah, the Mount Rushmore. The Mount Rushmore of music.
All right. I'm gonna say Elton John.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
in particular that stands out.
No, anything Elton John I enjoy. I enjoy his older stuff than like any of the newer stuff. Who else? Florence and the Machine.
Nice.
Nirvana.
Nirvana.
Yep.
What did you think of the remake of in the Batman movie? They remade what is it, Under the Bridge? By Nirvana. It wasn't like a remake, but what the composer did was he kind of extended it out and slowed it down. What did you think?
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to listen to it.
Oh,
let you know.
It's hauntingly awesome.
I'll have to check it out. And then last is
like he was obsessed with Nirvana. Did you know that Nirvana or Kurt Cobain was left-handed, and he restrung a normal guitar so that he could play it left-handed, and so therefore my roommate taught himself how to play left-handed the same way that Kurt Cobain did. He was completely obsessed with them. Wild stuff.
Very cool.
That's awesome.
Sorry, trivia.
Last one is Pink Floyd.
Oh, yeah.
I got to meet Roger Waters in person,
Nice.
backstage in DC, and it went as horrible as you would think it would, because like there's like very few people that I fanboy on, but like I have always been obsessed with Pink Floyd. As a matter of fact, so Roger Waters got involved with the Music Corps. Music Corps is something that came out of Walter Reed Medical Center, where basically all the wounded warriors that come back from having, damage done to their bodies and to their minds, Walter Reed tries to get you re-engaged in passions that you had before you got damaged. So like for my brother is a prime example of that. He was really into archery before he had his legs taken. And so when he went through rehab, they got him into an archery program, and now he's, competing on the world stage. So it's stuff like that. So I met a guy down there. His name is Tim.
Tim.
Beautiful, beautiful human. He had both of his legs taken from him and part of his arm from an IED explosion. But he was in a band before he went off to war. And so when he got back, they kind of got him into the Music Corps, and he was able to be the lead singer of the Music Corps. And Roger Waters participates in the Music Corps. He helps and all that stuff. So Tim got to know Roger Waters, and so through Tim, I got to meet Roger Waters. And I remember when Tim called me, he's like, "Hey, we're doing a show down in DC. If there's one song that you want me to sing for you, what would it be?" And I was like, hands down, without hesitation, "When the Tigers Broke Free." When the Tigers Broke Free is a song that Roger Waters wrote about how his dad died. I don't know if if you're familiar with Pink Floyd The Wall, it's kind of an autobiography of some things. And in the movie, it shows that song. When it was released on the LP, it didn't have that song on there. And then later in 2000, they re-released it with the song on there. So there's a really good portion of people that have never heard that song before, because all they've listened to is the record or the CDs or the cassettes, and it wasn't on any of those. So Tim got to sing "When the Tigers Broke Free" in front of, and it was the first time it was ever sung in front of a live audience. And he went to Roger and he asked for permission, and he said, "Yeah, no one's ever asked that question before." So he got to sing it, and then I was able to go backstage and meet him, and it was just like, "I like your movie. You're so wonderful." I'm so sorry. And then he was like, I got to get back to New York. I got to get back to New York. The plane outside is waiting for me, and I'm like, "But the car's outside. There's no plane." He's like, "Yeah, I gotta go." And
he's like, "Bye, weirdo."
My one shot, and I got just a buffoon, just an idiot. "No, you're just great."
What is English?
Yeah. "I want to wear your skin."
That's not weird, Aaron. Not at all.
Not at all.
No, stalker, you want to wear a skin.
That's how I sounded when I met Papa Smurf. It's true. That's how I sounded too. And apparently, Papa Smurf has the video of that.
Oh my god! All right, Aaron, I'm gonna cut out of here. But thank you for letting me hop in. Oh, I miss you.
Honestly,
call me after.
I will. But we did. I mentioned before the show really got off the grounds that you are the engine that makes this show run. So when you are not here, your presence is missed.
Yes.
Oh, I miss you.
Now get out.
Lisa, it was great meeting you.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
Yes. I will talk to you guys later.
All right, have a good one.
Right. I'll call you later.
Bye-bye. All right. Bye.
She is a rock star. All right? Am I right? Oh,
she is.
My goodness. She's
Absolutely.
the best. She makes the show run. All right. The devil's in the detail. Hey, the devil's in the detail. I'm pretty sure that he is going on X's and O's. Is it next week? I think he's I'm never telling you. So just stay off of it, HM. And Eileen's not here to tell you, so don't worry about it. Anyway, Where were we before we were so rudely interrupted?
I know. I don't know.
I think we were talking to you about your Mount Rushmore. Oh, what time is it?
We did the music.
We did music. All right, hold on, real fast. Before we move on, we're about to hit the 1 hour mark, which is amazing. Thank you so much for being so gracious with your time. What was for a bottle of Hydra V3, which is again Hydra is what brought you to Phoenix, even though it took Papa Smurf kicking and dragging you here. For a bottle of Hydra V3, what was Eileen's first favorite movie?
Oh, Interstellar.
You're not allowed to answer. It's for them. It's for them. No, it doesn't count. And you can't win anyway.
No,
X6, you can't win anyway. So you're disqualified again.
Who's that? X6M Ghost.
He wins everything. He's one of the. There's like 4 people that win everything. It's Keith Firebird, X6.
Okay.
I want to say Becca, and then there's Superado. Those 4 win everything. What do you mean let them win? She blurted out the answer.
That's what I said. Let them win.
What do you?
Right. Let them win.
Yeah, it's a 3-month rule because of you. I haven't won in 2 months. LOL. Yeah, it's a 3-month rule because of you. That's like, and by the way, that's only 4 episodes of Curmudgeon's Corner. So when you think about it, 6 episodes of Curmudgeon's Corner is not too steep of a hill. You are my wings. Adrian, I saw her first, so just back off. All right, just back off. All right. All right. To put this show back on the tracks, because Eileen's not here to keep things on the tracks, I'm going to ask another question.
Yep, I'm not saying anything.
All right, you can't say anything. Is there anything in that, by the way? What's in that? What's in that bottle?
It's water.
Just water?
Water.
That's not fun. All right,
No,
it's water. Okay.
No, I feel like I need to make a Bloody Maria.
Okay. Yeah. Get nuts. All right. Here's another question. And X6, even though you do live in Canada and it cost me $1,000 to send you products, you are eligible to win this.
Canadian.
Humberto, there's always apple juice. What are you talking about? Look, I brought the big bottle because I had no idea how this conversation was going to go.
Yeah, I was going to add some dark looking apple juice.
Well, that's because I cut it a little bit with a little caffeine-free Diet Coke. You don't want this thing to get real sloppy. Eileen is not here right now. Okay? Normally it's like, you just run the show, Eileen. I'll just sit here and watch. It's totally good. Anyway, all right. Name one of the 4 bands that Lisa likes. One of her top 4 bands. Go. Drake is not an answer. Sorry. Womp womp. Grimm is not an answer. Womp womp. Zeppelin is incorrect. Nickelback is incorrect. Thank God that nobody was listening. Dexter is a TV show.
Okay, that.
Hanson, Neil White, always coming in with the ringer. AC/DC, sorry, Kimberly. Nope. Tears for Fears. Wow, really? This goes to show you nobody listens to this show. Nobody.
Yeah. Hey,
it's fantastic. Saya is definitely a winner. XM, you get it. Gosh, come on, man. You're killing me. Again, yep. Stick figure is also accurate. Yes, Journey is accurate. But Saya gets it first. Tears for Fears.
What?
Tears for Fears was David's answer. But, so Madonna, In Sync.
Yeah, Boston was one. That's true.
Oh,
but...
wait. It says Turbo 6 said Journey earliest. Let's go back to
Ooh. Wait,
I see Journey.
Oh.
I think he's right. Because there's Journey, and then Saya is like 7 below that. Look at you, Ryan. Good looking out, brother. Good looking out. All right. Turbo 6. Make sure you all right. Let's see here. Smash the like button. Banner. Where is info?
I like it. It's Sia. That's what
Sia.
I mean.
Yeah, it's Sia. Honestly, but because the vowel of A comes immediately following I, it would make it a hard I. So, like grammatically speaking, it should be Saya, which is why most people make that mistake. But I was corrected that it's sea, like as in the ocean. Sia.
Yeah.
See ya later.
Yes. I've never.
Anyway.
Never.
I can't. I need Eileen here to navigate while I'm goofing off. So send me an email. Here, there it is. Send me Aaron at phoenixeod.com, Turbo 6, and we'll make sure to get you a V3 Hydra out the door, hopefully this week. And if I forget, just keep poking me. Most people poke me because they're like, "Hey, did you send that out yet?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, totally sent it out yesterday." But I forgot. So, especially as Turbo 62. Turbo 62. All right. All right, on with the show. Lisa.
Yes.
Do you have a Mount Rushmore of books?
Not really.
No?
I
Kind
don't
of
know.
kind of books for before your time?
Yeah, I'm not a big reader, but I've been buying some that are, but it's, I haven't really read. Yeah, nothing on books. Sorry.
All right, nothing on books. All right. I don't read either. Look at you.
Yeah.
What is this?
All right.
What is this?
See, I knew I liked Eileen.
I as a kid and as a young man, I read constantly. Behind this green screen is a huge library of books. And then when I got this warehouse and it's like 40-minute commute, I switched over to like audiobooks, and I've been doing a lot of audiobooks, and that's a lot of fun.
Oh, Neil. He's read 15 books since May. Wow. Dude, I know they say reading's great. I do have books. I just haven't got around to reading anything. Really.
They look good on my shelf. Okay, back off.
Right. They cracked up.
My apartment smells of rich mahogany. I'm kind of a big deal. Books are spoken to me like they should be audiobooks for life. Exactly. Yeah, I had a subscription to Audible by Amazon, downloaded a bunch of stuff, and then I chopped out. So I still have like probably a year's worth of books that I have to listen to still. All right. Pop culture wise, it's a big nil for books. Nil.
Yep. 0.
Anything else?
0. What do you got?
I don't know. What do you like to do for fun? When you're not at the salon getting your quiff done.
Got my fade.
I have to be two glasses into apple juice. I have to be very careful about how I pronounce that.
Yes, you did.
When you're not getting your quiff done, what are you doing?
We haven't done it in a while, but my wife and I, we love to just like get lost, like go hop in the car and just like drive and look for abandoned places and take pictures of the vehicles, and do that. We haven't done that in a while though, which we have to get out and do.
Okay.
And this is perfect time too. We love fall too, so to see the leaves changing is beautiful.
Sure. So
she works every other weekend, so we're limited.
That limits it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So born and raised in New Jersey, spent some time in New York.
Yep.
Yep. Anywhere else? Have you traveled anywhere else? All right. Yep. So like, what's your favorites? What's your Mount Rushmore of places that you visited? How about that?
Oh, what? Hawaii.
Hawaii.
St. Thomas, Aruba,
Where's St. Thomas?
Virgin Islands, U.S.
Okay.
Virgin Islands.
Okay.
Like I said, Aruba, and then Arizona. Our friend who lives in Arizona, we've been there several times.
So
And
outside
Germany,
of outside of
Germany
outside
and
of Air,
Holland. Sorry,
what?
Germany and Holland. I've been to Germany
Holland.
and Holland. Holland
Okay.
and Germany, yes.
All right,
That's
so
all
let's exclude Germany, let's exclude Holland, and let's exclude Arizona. There's a lot of beaches in there, and there's some beaches in pictures on your Instagram page. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking you kind of like the sand a little bit. I mean, well, Arizona's probably pretty sandy too. It's a desert.
Yeah. Desert is so cool.
Desert sand versus
If I'm not
beach.
gonna be on a beach, I want to be in the desert. So
Okay.
and we have plans. We want to move out there in about 5 years or so.
Arizona?
Yeah.
Is it for the tuberculosis? I hear it's popular for that.
I know, right? It's like
I'm your huckleberry.
But yes, we want to move out there. So
Awesome. I just this past summer got to go out to Phoenix and hang out with Matt Ayers from Extra Mile. He's doing that podcast X's and O's, and I think The Devil's in the Details is on his show next, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a long week, so I could be out of sync.
Hey, the tea being the Jersey water. Come on. Eileen, dissing Jersey here.
I mean, she's from Maryland. It's not that. I mean, it's not that big of a difference.
Is she really? She's from Maryland?
Originally, yeah. She lives in California now, the
Yeah,
high desert of 29 Palms. But yeah, she's
Yeah.
from Maryland.
Wow.
Yeah, I keep trying to get her to come back to visit. I keep trying. Dirty Jersey. Yeah, don't hold it against me. All right, it's not my fault. I'm a transplant myself. It's not my fault. Yeah, I'd say I've been to 49 of the 50 states, and
nice.
I would say my two absolute favorites was probably Idaho and Montana. But I don't think I could ever live. I could never live there because, especially in Montana, it's like under snow 10 months out of the year. I just couldn't do it. But as far as like the absolute breathtaking magnificence, especially of Idaho, the mount. Like I go fishing with my dad like every other year. We do like a big fishing trip, and Idaho. We were in the mountains. I want to say. Sawtooth Mountains. I could be wrong. I don't know. We were on the middle fork of the Salmon River, and at some point we're in this valley gorge, and it's just granite cliffs on both sides, and millions and millions and millions of years old, and you're just looking at it, and I've never felt so small and insignificant and like just overcome with emotion looking at it all. Especially at night with all the stars, you can see it. There's zero light pollution. You can see every star there ever was. Whew. That was something for me.
Yeah, I definitely, I want to head out that way. Wyoming, like I said, Montana, Utah. I would love to, visit there. There's a lot of great places out there.
Yeah, David. No, I didn't see any moose, but we did see. We saw a lot of goats, like the bighorn rams that were on the sides of the cliffs and stuff like that. The middle fork of the Salmon River is pretty isolated. It's, you're pretty much in a ravine the entire time. It's a 5-day fishing trip, and you take these Mackenzie boats and you go down the rapids, and your guide kind of pushes you into like these little fishing holes where you drop your flies and then catch, and then you continue on drifting down. There's like little places to stop when you get for lunch, and then there's usually like a landing somewhere along the way where they stop and they make camp overnight. And like I said, it's a 5-day ride down this river. And Montana is big sky country. Like I said, Montana was absolutely breathtaking. Like I said, I'd live in Montana right now if it wasn't. It's probably under snow right now. October. It's probably snowing in Montana right now.
Yeah, I'm not a snow person.
It's a younger person's game, I think.
Yeah, like I said, when I lived in Rochester, again, they averaged like about 100 inches a season. Yes, I was like, I didn't like it. Yeah, not fun.
You better start packing your bags there, Lisa. Looks like you're going to Louisiana.
I know, that is. Oh, I couldn't. My hair would be horrible down there. That humidity, forget it. I need the dry heat. We're going to Arizona, dry heat, baby.
Yeah, Louisiana is not a dry heat.
Yeah. It's not. Not at all.
Alrighty. So we got a couple of good questions here. The first one was from Tim from Shine Your Light. What's your favorite car?
Oh, my favorite car. Well, I gotta say, well, I'm a Mazda fan, so I have a Mazda CX-50, but I always said if I had the money, I like the Lexus, the IS 350. I would love one of those, but yeah.
Can confirm. Rick, any particular place that Gordon Ramsay steak is? Because I know, well, Gordon Ramsay, he's got restaurants all around the world. I didn't know if there was a restaurant called Gordon Ramsay Steak, or if it was like a steak from one of Gordon Ramsay's restaurants. But that also brings us to the next Mount Rushmore food.
Oh, yep.
No, I'm asking you.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh, okay. That is a good one. Yeah, you should ask that.
Number one is Italian.
Italian.
Yeah, I'm pasta, whatever. Just give me Italian.
Anything pasta.
Yep.
All right. 2.
And then Mexican.
Okay. All right. You're wandering back into Papa Smurf's territory again.
And then I'd have to say third, I guess, would have to be steak.
All right. What cut and what temperature?
Oh, I'm ribeye all the way. But I'm medium. I'm medium. I don't like medium. No, I just like a little bit of pink. But yeah, ribeye. Actually, we had ribeye for dinner. My wife cooked them up on the griddle there.
All right, one more.
And then
you're on death row, and you're being executed tomorrow.
Oh,
what are we bringing you?
Well, you can't. That was my Italian. If I was on death row.
Okay. All right. So what Italian dish on death row?
Oh God, there's so many. I love so many of them. But chicken parm with vodka sauce.
Chicken parm with vodka sauce. What pasta are we having?
Oh, it's got to be rigatoni. Rigatoni or fettuccine. If I want like a short pasta, I'll do rigatoni. If I want long, I'm doing fettuccine.
Really? So I always prefer like angel hair with my parms. Yeah. Eggplant parm, chicken parm. Yeah. I like the angel hair. I like that real thin, long.
Yeah.
I think it just goes with the. Anyway, all right, cool. All right, so, all right, chicken parm vodka.
Yeah, it's gotta be the vodka.
Right.
Yeah. Niza agrees with you with the angel hair. She's the angel hair fan.
Right, yeah. It just goes well.
Yeah, I like that.
Chili cheese dogs, really? Ryan, from like any particular place, or can I just give you some Hormel chili and what is
no, you're gonna ruin it.
The little metal Frito cans of nacho cheese sauce? I really like your shirt.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get rid of
Yeah, I got here, and I have to wear my my Chucky. Hey, Chucky's my boy. I love Chucky, and I'm gonna be Chucky for Halloween.
Is in like Child's Play Chucky?
Yes.
I'm looking at this list here.
Yeah.
He didn't seem to make the cut.
I know. I didn't say that, but I love Chucky. Charles Lee Ray. I love him, and I'm gonna be him for Halloween. And my wife's gonna be his bride of Chucky. Yeah.
All right. Let's see what else we got here. Hobbies. So when you're not doing what you're doing, what do you do for fun?
We said we like to get lost, which we don't do, or just we just like hanging out with friends, family, going to breweries. Love some good we have some good breweries around here too. Just chilling, Yeah.
How close are you to like going over into New York?
Oh, not far.
Yeah. My stupid Instagram, I'm a big foodie person, obviously.
I know you.
Obviously, I'm a big foodie, and I'm always checking out restaurants and I'll see something come across on my Instagram feed, and I'm like, oh, what's that? And where's that at? And it's always like 2.5 hours or whatever, because it's all upstate New Jersey / New York, and it just makes me angry. It's like, can you just maybe do something out of Philadelphia once in a while? Maybe something in South Jersey. South Jersey exists. We have food down here.
Give us something.
Oh, well, I don't have a pony. I don't have a pony in this race. So I mean, you might be right, but I will say that Barstool Sports, David Portnoy, one of the top 3 pizza joints in the world, is over here in Philadelphia, which is about 20 minutes from my house. Angelo's Pizza. Yeah, he gave it like a 9.4 or something like that. So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Philadelphia's coming around. Now the other night when I was out with Dimitri and Christian, we went to Strange Loves, and apparently Strange Loves was known for their wings. They have 30 different flavors, so we each got 2 different flavors, and they were meh. They were meh at best. It made me sad. Yeah, I love wings, and Dimitri apparently loves wings. Like, I can get crazy on some wings. And they were just okay. The honey chipotle had 0 flavor. Like it wasn't sweet, it wasn't spicy, it was nothing. And it was weird because it looked like it was the sauciest of them all, and it had no flavor. We were all just kind of disappointed. But I don't know if you watch any of Dimitri. Dimitri is an engineer, has an engineer background. And it was funny. So we have 6 plates of wings between the 3 of us, and he ranked them all. It was awesome, and he used his metric to rank them. He was like, oh, this one had good sauce, good spice, and I like the heat that came at the end. But this one over here was a little lacking. It was awesome. I honestly want to talk about geeking out on a guy. He's probably 1,000 times smarter than I'll ever hope to be. And it was just a treat to hang out with him. And because he shares the nerdy geekness that I have, but he's just super smart. So it was a lot of fun. I would say something, and he was like, "Interesting that you would say that." Like, he never was like, "Oh, your opinion is stupid." It's interesting that you would say that, huh? Okay. And I was just like, I said something wrong at 9. He was like, "Well, I would have said this." So good, so good. Oh, yeah. We got knockoff Philly cheesesteaks here. Yeah. As long as it doesn't have green peppers in it, it's not a knockoff Philly cheesesteak. There are some really horrible Philly cheesesteaks. I've never
had a Philly cheesesteak. Go to Philly, have a Philly cheesesteak. But we have a great place down in Seaside Heights, New Jersey, that we just found out about from a guy. The same thing. Foodie guy goes around. Cheesesteak Louise in Seaside. Amazing cheesesteaks to die for. I gotta say, best I've ever had. Yep.
All right. Kimberly, you're going to have to defend that. You're going to have to defend that. That's all I'm saying. Now, that might have been true. I don't know, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. I don't really know because, like I said, I'm a transplant here to the area. But I know that Philadelphia has definitely tried to make a comeback. Oh, that's why. That's why. That's why. Okay, I'm going to start some trouble here, and I'm going to throw it down. So 2 years ago, I had to go out to Chicago to sign some contracts, some non-disclosure agreements, and blah, 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 with a company that I service. And it was one of those scenarios where I would walk through fire to eat this pizza. I'm going to take you there. And I was with my brother. So it's not this is not just my opinion. And I've talked to Fred Samovich, who also lives in Chicago, about this very story. And he has to agree with me that the traditional Chicago deep dish pizza is meh. It's meh. I know. I'm starting some trouble now. I've never had the Chicago Tavern style, which apparently Fred says is absolutely amazing. Chicago Tavern style. I didn't know anything about Chicago Tavern style until I saw the Pizza Hut advertisement for it. So I didn't even know that. I don't know. So it's apparently it's like it's a round pizza, really thin crust, but they cut it into squares. They cut it into squares. So it's a round, thin crust cut into squares, is what I understand. It depends on where you go. Apparently, and I looked it up online, Kimberly. It begins with an M. It's been a while. Like I said, it was 2 years ago. It begins with an M. It's a very, very popular Chicago deep dish style pizza. I think there might be 3 or 4 of them. So it's not necessarily a chain, but it's kind of like we have more than one pizza place because it's so popular. And like I said, it was okay. Like, I don't know, it just kind of felt a little like too much of something. But like I said, I don't want to start any trouble. I do want to start trouble. But
troublemaker.
Yeah, that's what I was told. That was what I was told. Sorry. All right. We are at an hour and 30 minutes almost.
Wow.
Yeah, we are cruising along. So basically, the idea behind what we are doing here tonight with you, Lisa, and again, thank you so much for coming on the show.
No, thank you. I was surprised when you reached out to me. I was like, what?
Well, so that was Eileen and I have been talking, and the idea, the original idea behind the Curmudgeon's Corner was to, let's get people on the show that are content creators, but you don't really know anything about them. Like get to know the behind the scenes of these content creators, and then as the show has evolved. And Eileen has come on board and stuff like that. We wanted it to be a little bit more. Well, this community has, like I started out the show tonight talking about this community and how important this community is to me. And we thought, why don't we kind of open this up to just not content creators and not just detailers? Let's open it up to the family. And so, kind of dovetailing into this next thing, I would love to have people either request to come on the show or request to have, like, hey, I was wondering if you could get so-and-so to come on the show. Or, it'd be really cool if we hear from Hawaii Tim. So send your like, if you would like to come on the show, send, throw your name into the hat, send your name to Aaron at Phoenix E.O.D. definitely come on the show. And we're going to try to open it up to be much more about the community, because I mean, obviously, you know, you're a personality. When I reached out to you, I said, you're bringing the flavor, because I've always enjoyed I enjoy following you on Instagram. I enjoy our conversations, our DMs that we have. And there's so many people that tune in on, you know, on Saturday nights, and they say what a joy it is to come on the show, to listen to the show. We're pretty open about how we feel about stuff. We're pretty open about our feelings, and you know, obviously we don't really delve into the horrible religion, the horrible politics. You know, Curmudgeon's Corner tries to stay away from, you know, the drama of stuff. We want it to be a happy place, a safe place, and a place where we can just have fun, you know, drink apple juice and just chill out with each other. You know, it's kind of like Curmudgeon's Corner is kind of like my hangout. You know what I mean? We don't go to a bar, we go to the corner. So by all means, you guys send your names. I'd love to have you on the show.
That's awesome.
And again, Lisa, this is like, I'm so grateful that you're here, and that you're a part of this, because I know that when we had originally talked, you had some hesitations about, I'm kind of nervous, and I'm kind of shy in general, and it's just kind of like, well, we're all family here, so let's just hang out. And I felt that you immediately had a lot more. You felt a lot more relaxed after we had that conversation.
Yep.
And so I just want to convey that to the audience, that you know, we have a pep talk before the show starts, and we discuss things. You know, do you want to talk? You know, is there any conversation that you don't want to talk about? I'm not an argumentative host. Neither is Eileen. Eileen is probably the sweetest angel that could possibly be a co-host. We don't try to poke the bear. I know I've been on a couple of shows where they're kind of antagonistic. They're trying to start you know, some sort of controversial conversation, and that's not what we're about. So if anybody has even a remote hesitation about coming on the show, throw that in the trash and come on, because you're in a safe place.
And now, like I said, when I used to see your post for the, you know, Curmudgeon's Corner, and I never really, you know, knew what it was. So now I have to go back and watch all the previous ones. Yeah, this is
well.
fun.
I wouldn't watch anything before Eileen joined the show, because I'm terrible by myself. As you're personally witnessing, I'm terrible by myself. So
no, you're not. It was good. I had fun tonight.
Yeah, like I said, the worst part about her not being here is that I am completely missing half of the conversation that's going on, and I love hanging out with everybody. So it's a disservice to you, because I can't give you 100% of my attention, and it's a disservice to them, because I can't give them all of my attention. And it's just like, no one wants to listen to Hawaii Tim, aka Flip Flop Boy. Oh, Rick, shots fired. You can't be saying that. I don't know if you know this, but he got upgraded to Assassin Tim for a reason. Like, he goes after people hard, son. You might want to redact that. You all of a sudden you wake up and he'll be standing over your bed with a horse head. Anyway, you're doing better, Aaron. Thank you, Kimberly. I'm trying. It's the apple juice. It's my crutch. All right. So now what do you want to talk about? You got, how many piercings do you have in that ear? I see, like, most of your headshots are from one side, and I think you have like 3 or 4 earrings, piercings.
Yeah, 3 there and 5 in here.
And how long have you had all of them?
All of them. Okay, my first 2 on both sides are when I was, you know, elementary school. The other ones I did all myself, like in the 90s. I pierced it myself.
You did it yourself?
Yeah, all the other ones. Like I said, the first 2 when I was younger, and then the rest I did. Just took ice and a needle and went through. I wouldn't do that again.
I'm jealous of Lisa's
And then
hair.
I have
We,
three
we all
notes.
are,
I have
right?
three
We,
notes.
we all are. The one day that I didn't wear a hat, Humberto called me out and he's like, "Oh, nice haircut, man." So I'm like, "Nope, from now on, I'm wearing a hat." But yeah, we're all jealous of Lisa's hair. So,
Thank you.
so you said 3 on one side, 5 on the other side, minus
Yep.
2. That's 6. So you did 6 piercings by yourself with
They're
ice.
not- they're not space good. So, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'll have a beer. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll beer too.
So,
What kind of beer are we having?
Whatever I don't know what she's bringing me. We'll find out.
So you don't have like a staple in the house of one particular part? It's just
no, we do. We like to try different things.
All right, so you're Mount Rushmore of types of beer.
Of beer. Oh yeah. Well, I'm definitely not. I'm not an IPA person.
I can't stand IPAs. I hate them.
Yeah, I know.
It reminds me. It reminds me of like brushing
yeah,
your teeth and then drinking apple juice or orange juice. What is it? I can't.
Come say hello. Yeah, come say hello.
Hello. Yeah, join the party.
Come on in. Wait, come on in. You gotta come.
I'm trying to see what that is.
Come on.
Hello. Thank you for being so generous with your spouse. We appreciate you.
Pronounce our name in Dutch.
Our last name
in Dutch.
In Dutch is pronounced Hoogvliet.
Hoogvliet.
Oh, that was pretty good.
The Dutch is a very guttural sound.
All right.
So it's like if you say Hoogvliet, then it makes sense the way it's spelled. But you pronounce the G like a K and the V like an F. For American, it's Hoogvliet.
Where are you from, by the way?
I am a townie, born and raised right here in Point Pleasant, New Jersey.
Really?
Yeah. Half my family's in Holland and the rest is here.
I mean, because I've seen a lot of Jersey Shore, but I would have pegged you for almost a Southern accent. Is that?
When I speak, there's a multitude of accents that come out of my mouth at any given moment, at any time.
Yes.
Okay, that's fair.
I am a character all its own.
She is.
So my dad was a Marine, and we moved every 2 years to somewhere different, and most of the times we lived on military bases and whatnot. And we're living at Quantico, Virginia, and I was taking French. There was a girl that I liked, and she was taking that class, and so I said, well, what better way to meet her than by taking that class, which was an absolute disaster, because if you knew anything about me as a kid, I was extremely shy, and so therefore, taking a language class, you have to speak, and I could not talk anywhere near her, and so I failed French 1. Anyway, point of the story is the second time around in French 1, I had some kid from, I want to say, Kentucky in our class. And I don't know if you've ever heard a Southern accent trying to speak French, but it was hysterical. It was the greatest experience. He was like, "Parlez-vous français?" And I'm just like, you nailed it, buddy. You nailed it. Headquarters of the FBI. Yes, that's correct. And it is also a Marine base. It's also where the president's helicopters are stationed out of. I don't know. Yeah, Quantico is it's awesome. I enjoyed living there. But yeah.
Well,
Parlez-vous. What's that?
I thank you for your service.
Oh, well, you're welcome. Most people did more than I ever did. I had an injury that sidelined me.
I'm a firm believer of thanking everyone who has been in some military form to say thank you.
Well, I appreciate that. That being said, in the shadow of my brother, it's I just say thank you and I move on. But like, there's real heroes out there.
Oh, absolutely.
There's real heroes out there.
Yeah.
Well, let you to enjoy your.
Well, thanks for coming on the show. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
I love your. I love your. It's not a sweater and it's not a sweatshirt. It's like a Mexican.
It's like a drug rug.
Yeah. It's like one of those Mexican ponchos.
Yes.
I love those. They were very popular when I lived in California as a kid. They were very popular.
Yes.
Like all the surfer kids had them.
Mm-hmm.
I said Poncho Didi.
Poncho.
All right. Do you have any tattoos?
Yes, I do.
What are they?
Oh, I have a lot. Now,
Okay.
Cynthia, I got it. My first one was in 2016.
Did you give it to yourself?
No.
Oh, okay. Just checking. I didn't know if it was one of those, like, little prison tattoo.
I was like, no, I need to go to professional for that. I'm not going to do that myself.
All right, just checking.
So, well, my niece and
Tell him I got you started on him.
yeah, she did. She got me started. So, because my wife has lots of tattoos, more than me. But then my nephew and his wife were here from Germany visiting. So we went and got, a group tattoo to kind of remember. So it was I got the anchor here. That was my first one. Anchor with a heart. Family.
Right.
Beautiful, right? They're divorced now, which is sad. But so that was my first one. And then after that, I just
Anchors.
started.
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah, I just started going and so the mountains here, we had this done in Arizona because it was my wife kind of designed it. It was like mountains meeting the ocean, so mountains.
Yeah.
So that was our friend who's on here named Desert Rose Diva.
Desert Rose Diva.
Yeah, she's on here. She's in Arizona, so we all got it. We got matching ones there, and then my wife designed. I don't know if you can see this one. She kind of designed this. I don't know. Love getting lost with you because we love getting lost. And then she did this instead of like the north, south, east, and west. It's my very favorite thing. That's what we always say to each other. My very favorite thing.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful.
This is like our travel arm here. That's the Rotterdam colors, the Rotterdam flag.
Okay.
So we get the sunglasses on there. We were supposed to go to Rotterdam. We've been to Holland. Like I said, 2 times already, but we were supposed to go and then COVID hit. We were supposed to go in for Easter of 20 and then we couldn't go. So, but yeah, so I have my Edward Scissorhands on there, and then I have.
Nice. Let me see that. Can I see it again? I was distracted.
But I also I go tanning, so like mine are all like not nice looking anymore. But and I have baby Jack Skeleton, and I have a baby Hannibal Lecter. And
Shocking.
I have
shocking.
right.
Shocking.
And of course I have Kalua's nose print.
Okay.
On my leg, and then I have on my chest here. I have her.
This is a family show. Keep it.
Yeah,
Keep it. All right.
That's her paw print, and the palm trees were on her collar, and those were the colors. And then I have her tag.
You're gonna make me cry again, and I'm not gonna enjoy it. I'm not gonna enjoy it.
I'm sorry, but yeah, that has to be my favorite one, of course. So.
Hey, Rich Smith, real quick. Thank you to your son for his service. Appreciate that.
Yeah. And my brother was in the Army. He retired. He had like 20 some years, and then he's retired. And actually, my niece, she went to Seton Hall University, did ROTC, and she's a tank commander.
Tank commander.
She was a
Wow.
Yeah. So she was she went down to Georgia, and then she was out now is it Fort Bliss in Texas? Fort Bliss, is it?
Sure.
But yeah, so she's she's gonna be going. She was on leave. We were with her last weekend, but now she got called. She was gonna go back, I think, on Monday, but things changed. So she's heading over to Portugal. She'll be heading over to Portugal and Poland in November. And then she'll be there.
Fort Bliss is in Texas.
Yeah. She was down there, but when she comes back in July, she's gonna
right. Actually, it says Fort Bliss is a United States Army post in New Mexico and Texas, with its headquarters in El Paso, Texas.
She had an apartment in El Paso. Yes.
Wow, that's wild.
But yeah, So yeah,
All
my
right.
uncle was in the service too. So like yeah, I have family that's in the service. So
So just real quick, how my brain works is this.
Mhm.
Ready for this? So you go, this is a tattoo of Edward Scissorhands. Boom, right? So you said Edward Scissorhands. My brain immediately goes to The Nightmare Before Christmas. From The Nightmare Before Christmas, I
Yeah.
go to Jack and Sally. And then
Yeah,
from Sally, I
Yes,
go
I have
to
Jack-
Amy Lee, who did a cover for Sally's song. And I'm like, I think Amy Lee might be one of the best vocalists of all time. Where would I put her in my Mount Rushmore? Amy Lee, Whitney Houston.
Oh.
I'm
Yep.
blanking, but I really,
Yeah.
really enjoy female vocalists. I think they're. Oh, I think Blondie, Debbie Harry might be the greatest vocalist of all time.
but-
I'm biased, but I
Yeah.
think like I rank it on like range and ability to change like the sound of their voice, especially in mid song or in mid sentence. I think like Debbie Harry was able to do it very well. Amy Lee I mean, like when if you get a chance after the show's over to just Google Amy Lee Sally's song,
Okay.
it's a game changer. It's probably and I mean, I love Nightmare Before Christmas. I would say that's one of my top, I
Oh,
truly
that's
love
another
it.
one. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I love it. You know what I mean? As
I
far as like holiday movies are concerned, that one's on a loop. For Halloween, A Christmas Story, obviously, around Christmas time, blah, 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 blah. I was never big into Christmas. It was never like my holiday. My holidays were always 4th of July and Thanksgiving. And then as I entered into the formative college years, obviously Halloween became much more, Halloween is kind of like the young adult holiday that you can get completely blasted and get into a costume and go goof off and have a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say Nightmare Before Christmas, when it comes to a Halloween holiday movie, that's where I go. I always thought if I was ever a high school drama teacher, that would be the high school performance that I would put on to be a Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't know if you could pull it off, but that's what I would do. But yeah, Amy Lee, who do you know who Amy Lee is, by the way?
No, I don't. So
She's the lead singer of Evanescence.
Yes. Yes, she's amazing.
She is amazing.
I wasn't sure. Yes.
I was part of an ambulance company with a girl named Stephanie Bear, and she could bellow that song. What is it? My Immortal, I think is the name of their was like their big popular song that put them on the map.
Yeah.
She could bellow My Immortal almost as good as Amy Lee. I said you should go do that. What's that song TV show? Not The Voice. American Idol. I said you should go do American Idol because you are a shoo-in for that. But yeah, so Amy Lee, who is the lead singer of Evanescence, does Sally's song, and it rocks. It rocks.
I'll definitely check that out.
HM, I believe there's a rumor going out right now. There's a rumor. It's not confirmed, but it's a rumor that she might be helping out. Oh my gosh, I just drew a blank.
Whoa.
Lead singer killed himself in solidarity with Soundgarden, Chris. I don't want to say Limp Bizkit. Is it Limp Bizkit? It's not Limp Bizkit. Your favorite movie show, no, that was Eileen. Movies was Transformers. Who did the soundtrack for Transformers? Linkin Park. There it is.
Oh,
boom. Yeah, Linkin
right,
Park.
yeah.
Yeah. So Amy said that she may or may not be doing a few tours with Linkin Park to be the lead singer in a few of those scenarios. And that would be absolutely amazing.
100%.
Yeah. Turbo, I'd love to. I would definitely love to. I'm excited about that. And I think that Amy Lee doing that as well. Again, she can bellow. So I would say that she's definitely on my Mount Rushmore of female singers. Debbie Harry, Whitney Houston, Amy Lee. I don't know. I like a lot. I'm really into music. I love all genres. Can't say that I'm really into like death metal. Guar. Kill your parents and yourself. Kill your parents and yourself. Ooh rah, ooh rah. No, I can't. I can't really do that.
Good. You start your own band.
Thank you. Yeah. I do a good class. Like I can do Les Mis. I can do Phantom of the Opera. My wife thinks it's amazing. Hawaii Tim says that I sound really good. He was like, "Man, you should really sing." I'm like, "Nope, not doing it. Nope." And I can't really do a whole lot of gangster rap. Those are the two extremes that I can't really wrap my head around. But if you look at my Pandora, I love to build stations. I have like Aaron's Backyard Barbecue, where it's like, everything like from classic rock all the way, from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s of just, classic, what you'd want to listen to, eating barbecue in the backyard, hanging out with friends, anything from CCR to Blink 182. It doesn't matter, and then I don't know. That was pretty spot on. And then and then I have like Friday Night Rain Cloud, where it's just kind of like doom and gloom kind of music. A lot of like Lana Del Rey and crap stuff like that. And then and then again, like I told you, I just this Silver Lining station. Which was based around the Swedish band called First Aid Kit. And they have a song called Keep On Keeping On. And it's just a solid sound. I love the way that they, it's almost bluegrass folk music, from like, the early 70s, late 60s, kind of that bluegrassy type sound that I've really enjoyed that. So again, I have a very eclectic palette for music.
Yeah.
I also love classical music and soundtracks from movies. When you said Interstellar, or I guess again that's Eileen also, Interstellar, that soundtrack from Interstellar, I want to say it was Hans Zimmer. I love it. I hear it come on my station and I'm like, oh, that Interstellar is just really, really good. So
I'm a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy, that soundtrack.
Oh, that soundtrack was amazing.
Oh my.
Volume 1, Volume 2, they were all.
I know. So good.
Come a little bit closer when what's his nuts is Merle, as I call, when Merle's walking through the ship and he's whistling the arrow and that song is playing. Come a little bit closer and it's just zapping through everybody. So good. It's so good. They did such a great job with that soundtrack, for sure.
Yeah.
Look at that. I'm a fart smeller. I mean, I'm a smart feller, Turbo. Yeah. The Guess Who, of course, man. Yeah. Keep on keeping on. Yeah. I like if it wasn't for all the copyright stuff, I would do a share screen and just play this music for you because it's so good. Queen of the Damned had that killer soundtrack. No pun intended.
Oh, now I gotta check that out now.
Yeah.
All right, Kimberly. Nice.
You want to give something else away?
Yeah, give something away.
We're almost at the 2-hour mark, so theoretically, we're supposed to give something else away.
Give something away.
All right. What do you want to give away?
Something good.
Something good. Heavy metal soundtrack. That was great too. I mean, it's a little dated, but it was really good. Yeah, there was a lot of hair rock in that soundtrack, if I remember correctly. So, do you prefer? This is an interesting question. We should probably put a poll up on Instagram. Do you prefer I'm getting a text message. But I typically like male voices over female voices. Your thoughts?
Male over female?
Or female over male? What do you prefer?
For what? For singing or in
Yeah.
general? For singing?
For singing. Yeah, for singing.
I have to go with women.
Yeah.
A woman.
I
Yeah,
agree.
for sure. Yeah, for
I
sure.
agree.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, obviously there's it's the I want to say the industry is probably lopsided as far as like male vocalists versus female vocalists.
Mhm.
But as far as like my preference, you know, I mean, I remember my first. Oh, this is gonna come back to haunt me. You guys are animals in this chat room. The first album that I ever owned, Carly Simon, "You're So Vain."
Oh.
Yeah, that was the first album that I ever owned. It wasn't. I think the first cassette that I ever owned was.
Oh, I wouldn't even know the album. I had. Oh God.
It's a Falco 3, "Rock Me Amadeus." It's probably my first cassette. I want to say it was either Falco 3, "Rock Me Amadeus," or the Back to the Future soundtrack, which, you know, obviously was mostly Huey Lewis and the News. As far as actually taking my physical money and buying the cassette, it was either Falco 3 or Back to the Future. But as far as albums are concerned, it was Carly Simon, "You're So Vain."
So, did you ever watch Charlie's Angels? You know, the original TV show, Charlie's Angels?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I want to know what I want to know the story behind this.
Go ahead, Nye.
Is it because you're the queen? The Quiff Queen? Is it because you're the Quiff Queen?
Yeah. Go ahead, Nye. You gotta answer that.
Rock Me Amadeus. Ooh, ooh. Yeah.
But anyway, so Charlie's Angels, right?
Right.
I was like head over heels with Cheryl Ladd. So I guess that's when I knew I was gay, you know, or I had, you know, right? Or
sure, that's when I knew I was gay, right? For sure.
But
yeah, I saw her and I was like, yeah.
Albums. You didn't know that, right? She had albums. She put out a couple albums.
I didn't know.
If you go do a look, and her one album cover when I was do the one with her blue satin with her little boobs hanging out a little bit. I was like, oh, there it is. That's my girl.
All right.
Oh, look at that. Cheryl Ladd album cover. It's the one with the blue satin jacket.
What's her name?
Cheryl Ladd. She came on after Farrah Fawcett left. She was like Farrah Fawcett's, I think, in the show, her sister or cousin or something. But yeah, I was like, ooh, I was like in love with it. And then the other one, the other one with the cowboy hat on with the boots, man.
Yeah. Sure.
Like, yeah. I had those two. I had those albums.
All right. Let's see if I can share this. Let me see if I can share
gay.
Gay. Let's see here. Set and present. Share screen. Cheryl Ladd. Share.
Oh my gosh.
How's that?
Yep, there it is. I was like, yep.
Yeah.
That made me want to move to California. Like I want to go to California.
Yeah. It made me want to go to California too. Yeah. All righty. Let's get all right, yeah, stop sharing the screen. All right. Turn off the camera. No, all right.
First cassette was Styx. Oh, nice for Rich Smith. Nice. And Huey Lewis. Oh my gosh.
I'm sailing away.
Oh, Styx. That's some good stuff.
Do you remember Samantha Fox? Yeah, I remember Samantha Fox. I'm pretty positive myself and every one of my friends had her poster on our wall. Holy cow, Samantha Fox. I mean, that is a blast for the past. Do you know Samantha Fox?
I know the name, but I can't. Yeah, not have to look because I don't know. Samantha
Trying to
Fox.
find that original poster that everybody had.
It says singer and former glamour model.
Yep.
Oh wow, she's like a year older than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, a little less than a year. Her birthday's in April. Yeah, she's 58. She'll be, yeah. Wow. Samantha Fox.
Oh, the 80s. Huh?
Oh.
Who loves them?
Yeah, Kimberly. Yeah, that poster of Farrah was everywhere. We actually had that on our back deck, on our sliding glass door. We have Farrah up there. Yeah.
And that was the day I met Andy Dufresne.
I remember my father made my sister get the Farrah poster because he wanted to stare at it all the time. So she had to buy and put it in her room. So it's not mine. It's my daughter's.
Right. Sure. Yeah. Well, your wife she just kind of dimed you out, just so you know.
I know. I just said that. I said we have Farrah on the yeah. But I'm saying Cheryl Ladd in the show I think was better. But yeah, that poster can't be beat. Yes, we have that.
No, all right. Yeah, gotta get back. All right. So we got to give away something. We gave Turbo 6 a Hydra. So it's either going to be Peleus or Apex. What do you think?
Ooh. Damn it! I don't have them. I can't. Can I win? No. Apex. Let's do Apex.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for coming on the show, I'll hook you up for coming on the show.
Yeah, let's do Apex.
All right, Apex Auto Wash. All right, so for a bottle of Apex Auto Wash, Apex V3, let's go deep dive. Since no one paid attention to your movies, name one of her 4 TV shows. The longest night of Aaron's life, he cost me 2 packs of cigarettes. Thank you, Rick. I appreciate the fact that you got my reference. And that was the day I met Andy Dufresne. I know I don't sound nearly as cool as Morgan Freeman, but still, Dexter. I believe Dexter. Yep. Sons of Anarchy, Dexter.
Yep.
Enthusiast got Dexter.
Yep. Woohoo!
Enthusiast.
You got some
great.
Here.
Yep. Enthusiast, send me a line, Aaron at phoenixeod.com, and we'll make sure we get you out a bottle of the Apex Auto Wash V3.
Woohoo!
And we are officially at the 2-hour mark.
Woo-hoo.
Well,
wow.
2 minutes shy of the 2-hour mark. It just flies. I mean, you could have watched Alien, Scream, Halloween, or Planet of the Apes. You could have been watching that instead of coming out to Curmudgeon's Corner. But 2 hours in, we still have 17 people paying attention to our nonsense. And for that, we thank you.
That's awesome. I loved it. Way to go.
That was
fast. It was fast, right?
Yeah, I get told that a lot. I'm sorry. What are you going to do? Oh, look at that. I don't know if it's Bob or if it's Carrie or if it's Bob and Carrie, since it's B and C Auto Detailing. But hello, Bob and or Carrie. Good to see you.
Woohoo!
Well, you've been missing out on 36 others. Thank you very much.
I know, so now we have to watch them all the time now. We will our Saturday nights.
Okay, so let me just not surprised here. I blame it on the whiskey. It's not my fault. All right. There's one other thing that I starred. I guess I want to address the elephant in the elephant that's not in the room, but could possibly be in the room. And that is so originally, as teased in our last Curmudgeon's Corner, JB and Dewar were supposed to be in tonight's show. We had scheduled for October, Dimitri from Dimitri's Garage, and JB and Alex. Both Alex and JB were very gracious. They didn't care what day, they didn't care what time. They would do it. They're like, we're very flexible, nothing scheduled, so let's do it. And I said, okay. So then I reached out to Dimitri, and Dimitri was like, I'll do the 26th. Fantastic. Great. Awesome. Then a little bit later, I guess a week later or whatever, Dimitri says, I have a conflict on the 26th. I'll do the 12th. So I reached out to both Alex and JB, and I said, hey, can I switch you guys for the 26th instead of the 12th? And they said, no problem. Then Dimitri called me or texted me probably Friday of last week and was just like, I'm so sorry to do this to you. I have a conflict. I'm going to be out of town on business on the 12th. I said, okay. I guess it would have been Sunday. It would have been Sunday because that's the day that I reached out to you. It would have been Sunday that he reached out to me and said he couldn't make it. So I called Eileen and I said, all right, we got to scramble, call people that you know, that you have relationships with. And I'll call people that I have relationships with. And I was just kind of scrolling through my DMs. And she gets a hold of Carlos Serranos, and Carlos is like, yeah, I definitely would love to come on the show. I can come on the 26th. And they said, and I said, okay, great. And so then I called JB and Alex. We were in a group chat, and I was like, hey guys, we had some serious scheduling issues. If it's still okay with you, can I switch you back to the 12th? And they said, or Alex said, I'm going to be out of town now. We made plans for the 12th, and I'm going to be out of town for the 12th. And I said, all right, I understand completely. Reached back out to Serranos and said, hey, is there any way that you can do the 12th instead of the 26th? And he has a conflict on the 12th. So basically, we wanted to have JB and Alex on at the same time. So we said, all right, let's just push it back to November. And then that's when I reached out to you, Lisa, and you were like, yeah, I don't know anything about it, but sure. And you were awesome. Like you came through like a true friend, zero hesitation. I'll do it, but I don't know anything about it. And I really, truly appreciated that. So the second half of the story is, and this is where it gets kind of complicated. As many of you guys know, and I would say probably because of my friendship and relationship with Christian from BioBombs, House of Rags picked up Phoenix E.O.D. as one of their the products that they're going to start selling. Things kind of went weird between Eddie and Jamie and Alex and JB, as you are all aware. If you haven't seen it, I would recommend you go to Alex's YouTube page. He did a very sweet and beautiful 6-minute video on basically how things went down between the four of them. Now, where I come from the corporate world, there are 3 sides to every story. There's his side, there's her side, and then there's the truth. So, we've heard a lot from both teams, and whatever really went down between them is between them. And Eileen and I are of the same kind of mindset that if they wanted to come on our show still, it would be kind of like, let's talk about the future. Phoenix is rise from the ashes. Now that for whatever reason, and that's between the 4 of you and only between the 4 of you, what is next for Alex and what is next for JB? Like, let's turning the page. What's the next chapter in your lives? You know what I mean? We want to be supportive. The community here wants to be supportive. Rich, the question is still on the board. Will Dewar and JB on the next pod? So the answer in a nutshell is no, they will not be coming on. JB has, since we became associated with House of Rags, JB feels that it probably wouldn't be a good look for them to come on the show of a company that is associated with House of Rags. I'm under the impression, Curmudgeon's Corner, although it's, hosted by Phoenix, Curmudgeon's Corner is its own entity. It's its own beast. If I had an opportunity to just do Curmudgeon's Corner, I would only do Curmudgeon's Corner. This is where I get my energy from, is from my family, my Phoenix family. He says it's a bad look for them. Eileen and I are both on the our mindset is that it has nothing to do with House of Rags. It has everything to do with supporting our friends, JB and Alex, and helping them with their next endeavor, helping them achieve whatever it is that they want to achieve next. I respectfully respect their decision to not want to be on the show. I think it saddens me, because as far as Phoenix is concerned, I did what was best for Phoenix, House of Rags, and being associated with Pan, the organizer, and and all the other people that they're associated with. It's a really good opportunity for Phoenix to get the name out. The biggest problem that I have with Phoenix is that so many people say, "Oh, I've never heard of them. I'm going to have to try their products." We could have the best products in the universe, but if nobody's ever heard of us, it doesn't do me any good. So this was a really great opportunity for Phoenix. I operate Curmudgeon's Corner completely separate from Phoenix. Eventually Eileen and I would like to have our own, our Curmudgeon's Corner has its own Instagram channel, have its own YouTube channel. That would be our dream. I've already talked to my designer to merge my logo and her logo together. And maybe we'll come up with a little theme song or something like that. And then have it truly be united. Because when I say that Eileen is my co-host, I mean that. She's my co-host. She's the goose to my maverick, if you will. We can't fly the plane without each other, period. Yeah, I did too. They brought a unique flavor to stuff. And I think that enthusiast, I would hang on to that, because I think that it's not my place to say anything, but I think that Alex and JB might have something cooking. And if and when that happens, I hope that we can promote them. I hope that they'll allow us to come into whatever their endeavors are. It really is a small community. Rick, you're absolutely right. And I think that, this community, we do support each other. And again, politics and religion at the door, we're humans. And as long as we stay true to being human and helping each other, I think that's really where this family unites, is how we help each other, and moving into the Pay It Forward campaign season. This community really comes together. It already has come together. Humberto is leading the charge. He's donated so much stuff. There's really an embodiment of what we are all about in the Phoenix family, and the paying it forward and looking out for each other, this support community. I'm having a rough day. I know Hawaii Tim checks in on me almost every day. He's just like, "Hey man, how's it going?" And I say to Tim, I said, some days I'm the bug, some days I'm the windshield. Today I'm the windshield. That's a fair assessment. Some days I'm the bug though. I'm getting smashed, and without my support group, I'd be lost at sea. So anyway, Humberto, you've been asked like 4 times by now for you to come on the show. So I don't know what your hang up is, but I've asked you to come on the show. I know that Eileen would be over the moon, and you guys can, speak in your secret language of Spanish, and I wouldn't understand it, and you could make fun of me all you want. I don't mind. So there ends my soapbox. Sorry.
No,
Enthusiast got the Apex 3, right?
no, that was great. Yes, he did. That was great.
Sorry. I hope I didn't go off the rail. This is where Eileen saves me.
No,
She fills in the spaces.
You're good. You're good.
I'm out of apple juice. See?
I know, Adam.
Humberto. Everybody's asking. No, you didn't answer. I scrolled through twice, making sure that you just sent me 900 other reels. You didn't answer the question. I answered, I think. Nope. Answer now in front of all of your friends and family. Answer now.
Do
it. So we got Carlos coming on Curmudgeon's Corner 38, and then I know Dimitri said that he'll do. He said I'd like to come on the week after SEMA. I think SEMA's late this year. Normally it's like right on top of Halloween, but I think it's the week after that. So he said he'd come on after SEMA. So I'm not sure exactly what our dates are going to be. If we go by the every other week thing that we normally do, it would be the 9th. And I think that's the day that he gets back from SEMA. So he probably won't do the 9th. So most likely we'll have Dimitri on the 23rd. And I don't know if we have anybody for the 9th yet. So Humberto, you're welcome to come on November 9th. Again, I was hoping that JB and Alex would do it, but for the moment, for the time being, they have declined coming on the corner. So we're looking for a guest on the 9th at this moment. But nominations and volunteers are welcome.
Let's go.
Let's go. Lisa, how has it been for you coming on the show, not having, a detailer's background? Has it been okay? Have we done all right?
It was great. I enjoyed it so much. I really did. I was nervous at first, you know that. But like what you said, it's just whatever. It's family, it's friends, and we're talking about everything,
Yeah, just hanging out and bullshitting. BSing. Sorry, I don't want to get demonetized. If that's even a thing. You have to have a certain amount of subscribers to monetize it. It's so funny. We're hovering around 380 subscribers on the YouTube channel. We did X's and O's very first their first live stream. They started on our channel, and then we all rolled over to their channel. And that was, I think, a month ago, maybe 2 months ago. And he's already over 500 subscribers. I'm like, how did you go over 500? And you started like you're on episode 2, and I'm on episode 37, and I still only have 300. Like, what is going on here? I volunteer as tribute.
Woo.
Oh, that's very nice. That's very nice. Wow. I got to actually hang out with this cat, and by the way, I have his T-shirt. We went. We did a bikers night up in. It's just outside of. I'm drawing a break. It's north of Allentown. Jim Thorpe. It's just outside of Jim Thorpe, PA. We did a bikers night, and I got to hang out with Bob and his wife Carrie. Carrie, by the way, is the sister to Obsessed Garage. So again, when we talk about it being a small world and a small circle in the detailing world, that's how small it is. It's like 1 degree of separation from another creator legend. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. But my old boss did him dirty, and so he doesn't really want to talk to me because of my old boss. And I had nothing to do with it, but I get it. I understand. Guilty by association, I assume. 10:14 East Coast. 2 hours, 15 minutes.
Wow.
Into our Curmudgeon's Corner with a greenhorn and a rookie host. Let's call it rookie host.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I got. I think
Woo.
that's all I got. What do you think? All right, so everybody, let's go through the roundup. We'll do the roundup. We're going to wrap things up here. Another Curmudgeon's Corner in the books. I'd like to go through what we always go through because it's very important that we cover all of these things. Again, we're gearing up for the Pay It Forward campaign. If you have any donations that you want to get rid of, if you're trying to clean out your shelves and your cabinets in your garage, it can be used. It can be new. It can be like, I'm just never going to get around to using this. I bought this and I decided I don't want to use it. Send it on over. Somebody will be able to use it. We'll get it to somebody that kind of needs a helping hand. I just actually had a 16-year-old kid reach out to me this week, and it was like, hey, I'm trying to start my own like small detailing business, and I was wondering if there was anything you could do to give me a hand. And I reached out to Papa Smurf, and Papa Smurf and I were like, yeah, let's you know what I mean? Let's reward this young entrepreneurial spirit and send him some stuff. And so I sent him some Phoenix products. He doesn't have a machine or anything, so we didn't have to get crazy, but some soap, some Titan, all-purpose cleaner, anything to get him started. I thought was a good way to go. And Papa Smurf gave him his email and his DM. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, reach out to Papa Smurf. So again, the network lives. The Pay It Forward campaign lives in every day of our beings. We can always do something. If you have a cart full of groceries and there's somebody that has 4 things in their hands, let them go ahead of you. Just do it. Let's just be humans. Again, nobody knows what demons you're facing or what they're facing. And if you can make somebody else's life a little bit easier, just do it. It doesn't cost anything to smile at somebody. Our distributors, our West Coast distribution, I am detailedaf.com. Adrian was earlier in the house. I don't know if he's still here, but Adrian is our West Coast distributor. He is absolutely awesome. He just placed another order for restock, so that means that things are selling on his website. I'm happy to hear that. Midwest distribution, fabdetailsupplies.com. And Southeast distribution, shineyourlightdetailing.com/store. I will have to update this little banner because, again, we just got picked up by Thor, House of Rags, and I have no idea what their distribution is, but I would imagine it's pretty nationwide, if not into other countries. I'm not really sure. It's very new. It just happened, like I said, last week, so I'm not really sure of all the intricacies of it. Worldwide distribution is our Canada distributor, Chris from carzilla.ca, the United Kingdom, into detailing.co.uk, and Australia, Andrew, excellent fellow. I love talking to him, especially because I get to talk to him while he's in the future. I think like right now it's tomorrow. If I were to call him right now, I'm calling him on the 13th, which is just bonkers to me. I love that. And then, again, if you're going through something, this is the crisis hotline. Follow it. They have a link to every single crisis that you could possibly be encountering. Use it. You're not in this alone. You don't have to be in this alone. I read you the lyrics to my Sia song earlier, and that is, you are not alone. None of us are. So make sure that you keep that in mind when we walk through the desert. And then last but not least, make sure that you follow Quiff Queen Rock Star on Instagram. She's got amazing content. She's always making me laugh with her lip syncs. The one where you like your head superimposed, that was great. It was so good. I loved it. Again, if you're having a bad day, just go onto her site and scroll. It's got endless entertainment on there. I love it. Lisa, thank you so much for coming on the show.
No,
if you want to
thank you, Aaron.
stay on after we end this, I'd appreciate it. But you've been a very gracious guest, and thank you to your wife for allowing us to have this much time together. 2 hours and 20 minutes. I mean, that rocks.
Wow.
That rocks. That's the best movie you've ever watched.
There it is.
Unless it's Aliens, Scream, Halloween, or Planet of the Apes. All right, boys and girls, children of all ages, until we meet again on Curmudgeon's Corner 38, thanks for coming out on a Saturday night, hanging out with us. Super appreciate you, and super appreciate just the support that you guys give us every single
Oh, look at Jamie.
Jamie, what do you say?
Phoenix is on the rise. Yeah.
There he is. Better late than never. Appreciate you, Jamie. Thank you. Again, lifeline to Phoenix. Thank you, Jamie. You are a superstar amongst superstars. And, we need to get you guys back on the show and make it a real party and a real announcement of just hanging out together. All right. So until see you in 2 weeks with Carlos. That would be December 26th with Carlos Serranos. Looks to be a good time. Appreciate everybody on a Saturday night. Love to everyone, and stay frosty out there because it's legit. Talk to you guys later.
Awesome.